us to welcome you to your first Labor Day celebrations as the President of the Republic of Kenya. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, ni siku muhimu sana. This is a historic day. Many don't know when Labor Day started. It started in 1886 when we had agitation for the 8-hour workday in Chicago as well as Australia, and created a worldwide movement of laborers. And it's a day that we hold to remember the sacrifices of our workers, the sacrifices that they make every day. I want to particularly honor the sacrifices made by the workers of Nairobi County Government who toil every day to make sure we have a city of honor, a city of order, a city of dignity, kila siku. And Your Excellency, I'm glad to report that we have honored their work by making sure that they are paid on time, that they get their allowances on time. In the last 8 months, Your Excellency, Nairobi County, every 27th of the month, simu inalia, watu wamepata pesa yao, and I want to thank you because that part of that is because of your support. But beyond that, it is because they as workers have been able to increase our collections. I am happy to report that this year, if you compare January to March 2023, compared to January to March 2022, we have exceeded revenue collection by 673 million shillings, courtesy of the workers of Nairobi. And in the month of April alone, we've collected 800 million, the highest April ever since devolution started. That is courtesy of the workers of Nairobi. Tuwapigie makofi. Your Excellency, yesterday we missed you. Traditionally, every last Sunday of April, there is a service that is held at St. Stephen's SEK to pray for the workers. That service is held in a very historic church, and yesterday I took the members through a bit of that history. That church started in what today is Parliament buildings, where the National Assembly sits. But because the colonial government then wanted to build Parliament, the church was moved to Eastlands and became a cathedral that only the Africans could use because there was real apartheid and segregation. And that was in 1902 when they were moved. But that church, together with the labor movement, have been an integral part of the journey of independence in Kenya, because in the 50s, when the colonialists segregated and divided Kenyans along tribal lines, when the Kikuyus and people from Mount Kenya were moved out of Kaloleni and Makongeni into Bahati, Tom Mboya, a young man in his 20s, a Kanjo worker, decided to agitate. The colonialists murdered Mbotela, a councillor called Tom Mbotela, in what is now Bama Market, 24th of November 1952, just after the state of emergency, to try and bring tribal tensions. It didn't work. The next year, they murdered Ofafa, which is where we get the estate of Ofafa Jericho. Because when they murdered him, they came 2 hours later, they burnt down Bama Market. The people stayed calm. The next year, they murdered Ofafa at the same place. The people stayed calm, because they were trying to create a tribal rift by saying these people, Luo councillors, Mbotela and Ofafa, were murdered by Mau Mau. Two men, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and Tom Mboya, went round Kaloleni Social Hall, Mudhurwa Social Hall, in Makongeni, telling the people from the community to calm down and not to protest and not to cause chaos. Today, Your Excellency, we need Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, we need Tom Mboya to go around again Nairobi, telling the people to calm down, to stay peaceful, not to be divided along tribal lines, and not to enter into any violent action. We need that today just as we needed it back in that day in 1952. Tom Mboya, a great labor leader, if he was to wake up today, I'm sure he would be proud of the labor movement. He would be proud of Francis Atwoli because of the work you have done. And I want to thank you, my own dad, for what you have been to us. Hata kama last year, ulikuwa umeenda njia ingine tofauti na sisi, najua uliambia wafanyikazi wanipigie kura. Na nashukuru wafanyikazi kwa sababu mlinipigia kura, but sasa muona Papa Francis Atwoli amerudi ako kwa line na ana support rais wetu William Samoei Ruto. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, very quickly, I know many people who've come here today have experienced the challenge